Hello ladies and gentlemen, ZPro here bringing you another Minecraft World War II vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the Matilda Mk.I. The Matilda Mk.I A11 was a British infantry tank of the Second World War. Despite being slow, cramped, and only armored with a single machine gun, the Matilda I had some success in the Battle of France in 1940, owing to its heavy armor which was proof against the standard German anti-tank guns. It is not to be confused with the later model tank, the Infantry Mark II A12 Matilda, which took over the Matilda name after the Matilda I was withdrawn from combat service in 1940. They were completely two different designs. So yeah, the Matilda I here is a very interesting tank. You can definitely tell it's kind of early war type look to it due to its very basic shape. It's also one of the unique vehicles in the sense of how kind of bare bones it is. Most tanks kind of had at least some type of fenders over the tracks and stuff, and this is just a weird looking tank. But it's interesting, it's cool, it's something definitely unique. It's kind of very bare bones in that sense, and very interesting. You can definitely see where it's cramped, how small the hole is, considering the tracks kind of just jut out from the vehicle, so it really isn't that big of a vehicle, so that makes perfect sense why this thing was cramped. But really interesting that only machine gun was equipped on it. I think there was definitely more potential for this tank, but you know, I guess that is what it is, you know. But yeah, it's equipped with a single machine gun, didn't really have much in terms of armament, but I mean, still definitely a very interesting vehicle nonetheless. So you can definitely see the upgrade with the Matilda Mark II, which basically went into service and completely phased this vehicle out, and obviously the Matilda Mark II carrying the same traits over of, you know, being a really heavily armored tank and being kind of a tough nut to crack for most German anti-tank weaponry. But yeah, going ahead and take a look at the Matilda I think it came out really good in design-wise. Starting off with, we have obviously the front up here with the headlights, all that stuff. The turret here, machine gun mounted turret, a very small turret. It's only a crew of two, so a driver and the commander, which basically doubles as the gunner. We then have basically the track system here, and you can see here how it kind of juts out from the hull. It's kind of a weird type design, but like you can see how cramped it is, because it's kind of got a little bit of a V-shaped type hole, which you kind of see in some of the modern warfare type vehicles. But yeah, all the detail on the back here and everything, and overall a really nice looking tank. It's really nice, simplistic, and it's going to make a really good addition to any of your really early World War II type battles, or anything like that. Anyways, let's go ahead and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first set of layers, layers 0 through 1. Alright guys, moving into our first layer, we'll be going ahead and starting off with layers 0 and 1. For layer 0 and 1, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go and place down another brick slab, followed by another brick top slab coming off of it. After that, we want to go ahead and go back from the slab, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 blocks on the ground here for the tracks. After that, we're going to place down an air brick slab here and a top slab coming off of it like that to go and create the sides there for the tracks. After that's all complete, we will be going ahead and placing down a row of 6 of blocks over this 6 blocks here in the ground. And the best way to do this is to break a block in the ground, get down to this level, and place down grindstones here in a row of 6 along the bottom here. And these right here are going to be our wheels, our road wheels here that run basically along the bottom here of the tracks. So with that out of the way, we also want to go ahead and go to the grindstones and give them a little bit more of a nice look. We're going to go and put down item frames along the side here with green terracotta in the item frames, like so. Now we don't have any of the hull here to build in this layer, so we're going to be going ahead and building over a space of a row of 3 from this side, and we're going to go ahead and basically do the same thing over on the right side that's over here onto the left side. Just like this. So again, repeat the same steps. And our grindstones. So again, you're going to want to place down a row of blocks across the top here. Get down to below this level, and you're going to go and put in your grindstones all the way across here. And this right here will complete our road wheels for the tank. And we'll simply, just to finish off the detail on them, we're going to go and place down a row of item frames on them, and our green terracotta blocks in our item frames. So that right there is going to pretty much sum the first layers up. Layers 0 and 1, pretty straightforward stuff. And with that, let's move into our next layer, layer number 2. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 2. For layer 2 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and place down another brick stair on top of these 2 nether brick top slabs. Now I did forget that there actually is one thing for the hole here, and there is this row of 3 of dark oak wood trapdoors. So we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of dark oak wood trapdoors on the top portion of the block here in between these nether brick slabs. So just like that. After that's all complete there, we're going to go ahead and then place down a green terracotta block to both sides like this. And then we're going to place down a mossy cobblestone wall coming off the green terracotta blocks, and then a green terracotta block here in the middle. Dark oak wood upside down stair coming off the green terracotta block, and a dark oak wood sign coming off the face of the stair. When that's done, we want to go ahead and then place down a dark oak wood fence gate coming off both sides of the stair, like so for the front here. And we're going to then place down an item frame on both sides of this green terracotta block. Put a cobweb in the item frame, and we're going to go ahead and also switch these out for dark oak wood buttons. And we're going to place down dark oak wood buttons here on the side of the green terracotta blocks. Now from this point here, we're going to then take our green terracotta, we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 blocks back. And we want to go ahead and then place down 1 and 2 blocks to the side, and 1 and 2. Now on both ends of this row of now 5 green terracotta blocks, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing we did for our sprocket wheels up there. We're going to place down a dark oak wood button on both sides, followed by a item frame, and a cobweb. So item frame, cobweb, same thing over here, item frame, and cobweb. We're also going to place down a nether brick stair here on the 2 nether brick top slabs on the back. And we want to go ahead and then place down a stone button here in the middle, tripwire hook there to both sides. With that out of the way, we can go ahead and then take our stone brick walls, and we want to go ahead and go to this block right here, skip a space of 2, and then this block right here, we're going to place down 2 stone brick walls. Now coming off the stone brick walls, we want to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood stair like this on both sides. Coming off the faces of the stairs, we're going to place down item frames, and in the item frames, we're going to place down a green terracotta block, and also a dark oak wood sign like this on the face of the stair. We're going to go and do the same thing over here on this side as well. If your Minecraft version does limit you from being able to place down item frames on the same block as a sign, then go ahead and choose to use the item frames over the signs every time. Just it does suck, some versions are a little bit different from each other, so just throwing out there, always choose to use the item frames over the little extra details like the button or the sign. Once that's all complete there, we're going to go and then place down a dark oak wood trapdoor in between these stairs, and we want to go and then place down a row of 2 of dark oak wood trapdoors in between these stairs like so. Same thing will be done over here on this side as well. Once that's complete, we're going to go ahead and basically wrap up the layer here, because I think that is actually everything. Just double checking here, and it does appear that we got everything that there is for this layer. Actually, a few things here. We're going to go ahead and place down some dark oak wood trapdoors in this spot right here toward the back of the tank like so. And anyways, this is what it should look like from above. As you can see, it's a pretty kind of Skeletor type looking tank, kind of funky, but kind of cool at the same time. So that right there is going to complete layer number 2. With that, let's move into layer number 3. Alright guys, moved into our next layer, we have layer number 3. For layer 3, to go ahead and get started with, we're going to go and place down a green carpet on top of this dark oak wood upside down stair, and we're going to go ahead and then place down a dark oak wood trapdoor back from it. From that dark oak wood trapdoor, we're going to place down a green terracotta block, followed by a dark oak wood stair to both sides of this green terracotta block. When that's finished there, we're going to go ahead and then go to the front of the stairs here on top of this wall. We're going to place down a dark oak wood fence gate and have it opened up toward the front there like so. We then want to place down an item frame coming off these 2 fence gates and a snowball in those item frames like so. After that's all done, we're going to go ahead and then place down a green terracotta block here in the middle, and we're going to go ahead and then place down a mossy cobblestone wall like down on both sides of this green terracotta block. We're going to go ahead and then place down 2 more green terracotta blocks back, followed by 2 dark oak wood upside down stairs on both sides. We then want to place down a mossy cobblestone wall, or a green terracotta block in the middle here with a mossy cobblestone wall to both sides. And then when we get to this point, it's a little bit different on both sides, so pay close attention here. We're going to place down a dark oak wood stair in the middle, followed by a dark oak wood slab back from the stair. And then over here on the right side of the tank, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a end rod coming off this mossy cobblestone wall, and a acacia wood slab, and a wither skeleton skull like that. After that's done, we want to go ahead and then place down a daylight detector over here on the left side, and a wither skeleton skull coming off the side of this dark oak wood stair. We then also want to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood trapdoor on top of these green terracotta blocks And we're also going to place down a green carpet on top of these nether brick stairs like that. After that, we're going to go and take our black carpet. We're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here for the tracks. And with that all complete, that is going to wrap up layer number 3 for the build. With that, let's move into our final layers, layers 4 and 5. We're going to put the base of the turret on top of the tank and finish the build off. With that, let's move into our last final layers. Alright guys, moving into our last final layers, we have what is layers 4 and 5, and this is going to basically consist of just building the turret. So yeah, to go ahead and get started, we're going to go ahead and go to this green terracotta block here, and we're going to place down a dark oak wood upside stair on top of it. From this, we're going to go back from the stair 1 and 2 green terracotta blocks and 1 and 2 mossy cobblestone walls on the side of these 2 green terracotta blocks. From that, on the sides of this dark oak wood stair, we're going to place down a zombie head on both sides, and then an end rod coming off the face of the upside down stair. For the top of this, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood slab, which is going to go ahead and go on top of this green terracotta block, and we want to go ahead and then place down a spruce wood slab on top of this green terracotta block here. On the mossy cobblestone walls, we're going to place down zombie heads here at slight angles like that to kind of create a little bit more curvature to the top of the turret here. And we want to go ahead and then also grab our green carpet, and we're going to place down green carpet on top of this dark oak wood upside down stair. And once you have that all complete, that is going to pretty much wrap up my design for the Matilda Mk.I A11. Definitely a really interesting vehicle and a very unique one in the sense of how kind of bare bones the tank appears to be. Anyways, hopefully you do enjoy this tutorial. If you guys do end up putting this to use, I do have to say you guys give me proper credit for it. It's been anything from a side of the build, link to my channel or this video if this does appear on any social media sites. As always, you guys give me proper credit for it. You're free to use it for projects you guys are working on. Overall, enjoy the build, have fun with it, and all that fun stuff. And with that, that's it for this video. Thank you guys all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been DerekFrostWestbrook, and I'll see you guys next time.